long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Episode 1 is Origins Launched. God created this beautiful universe for our pleasure and our well-being. And he made humanity as the pinnacle of creation, the crowning glory to reflect the glory of God. Episode 2, Fall to the Dark Side. Before God had time to take in the breathtaking beauty of his wonderful handiwork, it began to unravel before his very eyes as man turned to the dark side. Sin entered the world like a poison, infiltrating the hearts of men, corrupting the image of God within us, distorting man's motives to selfishness, causing rebellious fists to rise towards their maker, and spoiling everything in its wake. Episode 3, Exiled to the galaxy's edge. Adam and Eve were barred from the Garden of Eden, and consequently all mankind were banished from the presence of God. Man, if you like, has been on the run ever since, scattered to the far-flung corners of the world, wandering, looking for what was lost. Episode 4, Descent into Anarchy. Once evil took hold of human hearts, only chaos and anarchy followed. Once man unshackled himself from God's laws, the only way was down. Down and down humanity went, descending into anarchy. History lesson after history lesson confirms man's dismal fate. Disharmony, quarrelling, fighting, war, hurt and pain followed quickly afterwards, leaving the Maker's heart grieved. Episode 5, Rise and Fall of Dynasties. Predictably, kingdoms rose and fell, different overlords leading many people astray. Dynasties founded on evil ultimately collapsed and imploded. The annals of history are littered with such sagas of epic failures. The ancient prophet Isaiah sets the scene well. He says, "Then they will look towards the earth and see only distress and darkness and fearful gloom, and they will be thrust into utter darkness." I can't do Chewbacca's cry, but that's what it sounds like, that big deep sigh. Episode 6, Universe yearns for the chosen one. With the universe reeling, groaning, screaming for help, an ancient prophecy for humanity emerges. In fact, seeds of God's promise date right back to the fall of man to the dark side, but that's another movie. Many prophets predicted the coming one. Yoda himself once said, "Fully defeated by just anyone, the dark side cannot be, but only by the chosen one." It was in the midst of this darkness that Isaiah predicts the coming of a baby, the chosen one, the royal king. The people walking in darkness have seen a great light. As those living in the land of deep darkness, a light has dawned. Episode 7, A New Hope Awakens. Christmas Day is the pivotal day in salvation's story, for we celebrate the birth of the chosen one, who is the saviour of the world. He came as the true light, the only one who could conquer the darkness within us. The new hope is played out dramatically in the Easter story of the cruel death of the Son of the Maker, and then his victorious rising from the dead. When we stare at the staggering, stooping love of the chosen one displayed for us, when we gaze upon the amazing grace of God to meet us where we were at, it has the power to awaken us to God and his captivating presence. Episode 8, Battle for Hearts and Minds. Now showing us the battle we face every day of our lives. Will we try in vain to save ourselves, or will we abandon all other hope by taking this chosen one seriously? In John's Gospel, Jesus said, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will never walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." The bright light of Jesus shines in the hearts of those who accept him as their master. That light exposes the darkness. It prevents stumbling through life and shows the way ahead. Our world is lit up with the presence of the Maker once again, as designed it to be. Welcome him and join the heroic struggle to help others on the quest for true freedom. It's not so much the force be with you, but Emmanuel, God with us and also with you. Episode 9, Return of the King. As the mess and chaos of human rebellion continues, remember this king comes back, not as a suffering servant, but as a majestic, powerful judge and king. On that day there will be no hiding place. He will crush all rebels under his feet forever, and his kingdom will be established in totality, taking those who bow the knee to be with him forever. So may we let God's staggering love awaken our hearts to the chosen one. I'm your host, Matt Tuttleby of Bundoran Bible Reflections. Have a great Christmas and a Happy New Year.